Exercise 14. May I say a word here about the population of India? A great deal has been said and written about our tremendous population and how it overwhelms us and how we cannot solve any problem till the Indian population is checked or decimated. Well, I have no desire for the population of India to go on increasing. I am all in favor of the population being checked, but I think there is a great misapprehension when so much stress is laid on this aspect. I entirely disagree with that. I think India is an underpopulated country, and I say this not because I want it to be much more populated. It is underpopulated because I want it to be much more populated. It is underpopulated because large tracts of India are still unpopulated. It is true that if you go to the Gangetic Plain, it is thickly populated. Parts of India are thickly populated, but many parts are not populated at all. A delegate to this conference told me last night that coming from Karachi to Delhi, Madras, and then to Uttakamand, he was amazed to see the scarcity of population. Of course, he was traveling by plane. Nevertheless, the whole countryside appeared to him to be sparsely populated, and after all, it is possible to judge whether the country is heavily populated or not. That is a very correct impression because large tracts are not populated. We are overpopulated, if you like, because our productive capacity is low. If we increase our production, agricultural and other, and if the population is put to work for production, then we are not overpopulated. We have these big river valley schemes which association irrigating land, preventing floods, soil erosion and malaria will produce a very great deal of hydroelectric power, and at the same time we will have industrial development. If you look at the map of India, you will see the noble range of the Himalayas from the north to the northeast. I do not think there is any part of the world similar in area which has so much concentrated power, latent potential power, if only it can be tapped and used well. We intend tapping and using it. But my point is that not only India but the whole of this Asian region is full of vast resources, human and material, and the question before us is how to hold them together and produce results. Apart from increasing production in this way, I think it is important for us to utilize our existing resources better. I do not think they are being utilized to the best advantage. We can get more out of what we have than to him. The word effective date mentioned in subclause 3 of Article 24 has to be necessarily read with earlier part of the same article, that is first 5 years of the terms of the contract. Hence, the effective date has to be read as the opening date. Since the term starts from the opening date, I am not in agreement with this submission made by Mr. Datta. The date of the execution of the agreement, that is May 15, 2015, has been defined as the effective date, and subclause 3 of Article 24 stipulated the lock-in period to be 5 years from the effective date, that is May 15, 2015. No doubt, Schedule 1 of the agreement, which defines words mentioned in the agreement, includes opening date to mean the date of commencement of the operation of the hotel for the purpose of receiving guests to be determined in accordance with Article 4 of this contract. But the submission of learned counsel that the agreement prescribes two dates, that is effective date and opening date, for the reason that since the hotel had to be constructed before being operational, and the petitioner having the necessary expertise, and in terms of recitals 3, 4, 5, and 6 read with Article 2, is required to provide professional advice regarding architecture, engineering, interior designing, furnishing, etc. from the effective date for which the petitioner was paid rupees 15 lakhs by the respondent for pre-opening services in consideration of the management fee promised to be paid by the owner is appealing. Para. In substance, the plea of learned counsel is, as certain obligations have been imposed on the petitioner to be performed during the construction of the hotel, which started immediately and continued till the hotel became operational. The lock-in period was stipulated from the effective date. In fact, I find it is the case of petitioner itself in para 19 of the petition that it had expended considerable time and resources in giving technical inputs, detailing and designing inputs, which the petitioner has acquired over a period of time towards the construction and execution of works in the hotel. It is also stated by the petitioner that the petitioner's technical interest and experience in the field was one of the key factors in signing the agreement for letting the hotel to be managed by the appellant party in this petitioner case.